Adding and copying favorites, Health Issues Manager. Why create health issue favorites? Physicians will have repeat patients with the same diagnoses. Allscripts provides an option to set up favorites with category folders. Creating folders enables the physician to expedite charting and adding health issues to the patient's chart. Also, subcategories can be created to further define certain diagnoses and the paths they take. Copying health issue favorites. Allscripts gives the clinician the opportunity to copy health issues from another provider. This function allows the physician assistant and/or the nurse practitioner to mirror the provider they are practicing with. This function also allows practicing groups of physicians to have the same health issues to remain consistent for reimbursement. Let's have a demonstration now, adding and copying favorites. Adding and copying favorites, Health Issues Tutorial. Physicians will often have repeat patients and diagnoses. An option is to set up favorites with category folders with their repeating diagnosis. However, the first demonstration will show how to add favorites on the fly. Again, we're going to use Salmonella. We're going to open up Health Issues. Notice he has a number of health issues at the top. I still have a favorite of asthma and shortness of breath, but I want to add respiratory failure. I would click on, it's a working diagnosis, but if I want to move it as a chief complaint, I can change it and click and add to favorites. Respiratory failure, the favorite health issue screen defaults in, click OK, and notice now I have respiratory failure. If I want to add another one, say for instance diabetes, to a family history, I would click Add to Favorites. Diabetes comes in, click OK. Now diabetes has defaulted into the bottom. It's that easy to add favorites on the fly. I would click Close and move back to my patient list. We're still going to use Salmonella, but now I'm going to add preferences. Health Issues Favorites. Click on Preference, go to Health Issue, click on that. Now I have a number of health issues here, but I want to create some categories. These are just folders for organization. I'm going to click on Category, and now I have a new category, and I'm going to say Respiratory. I'm going to click on the screen. So now I have Respiratory. It's an active folder now, indicated by highlighting of blue. I want to add asthma. You click on asthma and you click on respiratory. Asthma now is defaulted in. Respiratory failure. I want to add that to my respiratory folder. Click and drag, and now respiratory failure is there. Shortness of breath. Let's click and add respiratory. Now I want to add a new category. You have to make sure that your screen is deselected so that Create Category will activate. Click on Create Category, and let's type a new category of Cardiology. Click on the screen, and Cardiology defaults in. Notice if you don't want your folders or diagnoses in an alpha sort, you need to deselect it right here on the bottom. For this purpose, we're going to leave this open. I'm going to click on Cardiology now, and I'm going to add favorites. Add favorite health issues. I'm going to click on CHF, click OK, congestive heart failure, click Add. Now you have to add these on the fly. You don't have to leave this screen, so let's add another one. Chest pain. Click on the magnifying glass, click chest pain, click Add. I'm going to hit Close now. And notice now that chest pain and congestive heart failure have defaulted into my cardiology. I'm going to add another category. Again, you have to deselect to make sure that it's not highlighted so you can create another category. Let's create a category. It defaults to the bottom, so let's do metabolic. Click on the screen. Metabolic defaults in. I'm going to select on diabetes and move it into the folder. It's that easy. We have created our categories, and we have created additional add favorites. You can continue to keep adding favorites. Rule of thumb is remember to deselect off the screen and click to add to favorites. And I'm going to click OK. One of the things that helps also in practices where you have physicians that practice the same and you want to copy somebody else's favorites. This would be good for a nurse practitioner as she follows a physician. So let's go up to Preferences again, and we will select Health Issues. And notice in your screen to the far right you have Copy From. I'm going to click on Copy From, and I'm going to type in Foreman. As it defaults in, Dr. Foreman is there. I'm going to click OK, and notice now I have Dr. Foreman's favorites. Atrial fib, atrial flutter. He has a number of different diagnoses that are his favorites. All you have to do now is copy all, and they're now part of your favorites. You can click OK. If I go back up to Preferences and I go to Health Issues, I now have a complete list. Again, you can click and drag. Click and drag into cardiology. Atrial flutter, click and drag into cardiology. Notice how they keep alpha sorting. If you don't want that, remember, again, rule of thumb, deselect, and you can still move around. Chest pain unspecified, drop it in. And that's it. We know your time is valuable, so thank you for participating in Carson Tahoe Health Physician Training Series. If you need any further education regarding information of SCM, please contact Michelle Primus or Laura Kokole.